All right, guys, today I'm going to teach you the word meritocracy. Meritocracy. You see me? Can't even see you guys. There you are. I like seeing you guys. So, meritocracy. Do you know what this word means? If you know what it means, then this video will be a complete waste of time for you. But if you're like me and you like wasting time, then smash that like button and stick around. All right, so meritocracy. Well, let me ask you a question first. Okay, in your country, if you want to get a job in the government, can you just apply and get a job based on your skill, on your competence? Guys, it's cold. Man, it's cold out here. I checked the weather just before I left my house. It said it feels like 4 degrees outside here. So it's raining a little bit, and it's end of September, so guys, it's chilly. so in your country, okay, if you want to get a job in the government or in some company, can you get the job based on your skill, your competence? Right? Competence or competency, what's the difference? I don't know now. Sometimes even English speakers get confused, guys. Competence, competency. I think a lot of people use those words interchangeably. So can you get a job based on what you can do? Or do you need to know somebody in the company or in the government to help you get your foot in the door? Okay, if in English that idiom, to get your foot in the door, means I'm freezing, guys. I'm so cold. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and shorts. And my shorts there and my this is not a very oh, that's cold on my ears. I'm too cold. Anyway, I'll try to keep talking. So I've talked to a lot of people from different countries, and they tell me that if they want to get a job in the government or even any company really, you need to know somebody in the company, like maybe your uncle or your aunt or your cousin or somebody in the company, to help you get your foot in the door. Okay, so if you get your foot in the door, that means you get a chance to start at a company, to start working at a company. Okay, has anybody ever helped you get your foot in the door at a company? Right? So if you can get a job based on your skill, that's good, right? If you get a job based on your, let's say, your skin color, let's say someone hires you because of your skin color, is that going to make you happy? Or do you want to get a job based on your competence, your level of competence, right? Oh, remember in the last elections in the US, Joe Biden, he said before he picked his vice president, remember, he said the vice president needs to be black and needs to be a woman. Like those were his two criteria, right? He said, I'm gonna pick someone who's black and who's a woman. So he had already decided that. He didn't pick Kamala Harris based on her skill. He picked her because of her skin color and her gender, right? I mean, he said that. He said he was going to do that. So, like, for me, I would not want someone to hire me based on my appearance or my weight or my height, or I would want people to hire me because they thought I would be a really good worker. Maybe they think I'm smart or something, right? So that's called merit, okay? If you get hired because of your merit, that means you're competent, you're a good worker, you know, you're smart, you have skills that you can do. You don't have to rely on somebody in the government or in the company to help you get your foot in the door, right? So let me know, in your country, how is it? So is your country a meritocracy? Okay, so meritocracy, the ending ocracy means kind of like, you know, think about the word democracy, okay? What is a democracy? It's a form of government, right? So think of a meritocracy. It's an idea that the system of government would be fair for everybody, and people would get hired based on their merit, okay, based on their skill. So you're not hiring people based on their skin color, based on their gender, or on their physical appearance. You're hiring someone based on their ability to do the job really well. Okay, so that's what it means. When you hear the word meritocracy, think about that, okay? Because sometimes you hear this word if you're listening to kind of podcasts, maybe if you're listening to academic podcasts. It's not a super common word, but you hear more like smart people talk about this idea, right? A meritocracy. Now, is there any country in the world that is a meritocracy? Is your country a meritocracy? Because, you know, I don't think any country in the world has achieved a true state of meritocracy, right? Because even here in Canada, I mean, people would think about Canada as a country of laws, and it's fair for everybody. You know, everybody gets treated equally before the law. That's what we want. That's what everybody wants, right? And that's what Canada is supposed to be. But realistically, it's the same as many other countries where you have to, you have to know somebody in the government who can kind of, you know, you make some backdoor deals with people, and you know, actually our current government here in Canada has had a lot of scandals relating to this idea of just hiring your friends or hiring your family members. There have been at least 2 or 3 scandals, probably more. This current government in Canada has been plagued with scandals relating to this, hiring people that are your friend or your family member or something, not making it fair for everybody, right? And so most people agree with the idea of a meritocracy, right? Let me ask you, do you agree with this? Like, do you think a country should be fair or a company or some system of government, right, where, you know, you are evaluated based on your merit? You can work and get hired based on your merit. Do you like that idea? I like that idea. You know, if I had a company, I mean, I have my company, madenglishtv, but I just one guy. I don't have any workers, right? If I did have a company and had workers, I wouldn't I wouldn't hire people based on their... Just wiping off the lens with my shirt, guys. Can you see me? All right, and look at this nice red bush. Our favorite red bush, guys, but the leaves are falling off. Anyway, if you can't see me, let me know, because the raindrops are accumulating pretty fast on my... Every few minutes I'll try to wipe off the lens with my shirt. So yeah, so like if I had a company, I wouldn't hire people based on, you know, like I know a lot of family businesses hire within the family, and I think that's a great thing. That's a good thing, right? If you have a little store or you have a restaurant, you know, to hire your kids or your brothers or sisters or whatever, that's great, right? I have no problem with that. But like the thing is, in a situation where you're trying to get a government job or some company, like big company job, you know, and this is just the reality of life, is that people hire the people they like, not necessarily based on their competence. But if a person really wants to have a good company, they should hire people based on merit, not on other factors. There, I just wiped off your face with my t-shirt. All right, so anyway, you get the point. You get what I'm trying to say, right? If you want to have a good country or a good company, you should hire people based on their merit. And that's what we mean when we talk about a meritocracy. It's more of like an idea, it's more of a concept than a reality. Because even here in Canada, which Canada's seen as one of the best countries in the world, but even here in Canada, it happens all the time. It's more of like a bureaucracy. Is your country a bureaucracy? The word bureaucracy kind of has a negative meaning, okay? It means, like, to normal people, when they hear the word bureaucracy, it means inefficient and just very slow in everything. Like if you want to get some document in your country, if you want to get a government document, let's say you apply to get a passport, or you need to deal with the government in some way. Is it easy? Is it a smooth process? Or do you have to go to one department and they say, oh no, you need to go to those people, talk to them, and then you go there and you talk to them. They say, no, you're at the wrong place. You need to talk to that other department. And so you go there. It's like, just solve my problem, okay? Who is it that has the power to solve my problem? All right. It's like this stuff happens all the time to me, even here in Canada. So the word bureau means a department. So imagine a country or a company that has a lot of just different departments, right? And you have to go here and then here and then here, and it's just really it's a slow process, and it's very inefficient. Okay, so that's what the word bureaucracy means. If we are talking about a country that has a lot of too much bureaucracy, it means it's frustrating to deal with, right? Companies or countries or governments of any type, if they're a bureaucracy, it's frustrating, right? Gotta wipe off your face again, guys, with my shirt. There we go. So guys, let me know, do you like bureaucracies? Or do you hate bureaucracies? If you're like me, you're not a big fan of bureaucracies. I don't know, like, I've been in so many situations in my life where you have to deal with so many different, you know, maybe like you're waiting on the phone you call some company, like maybe, I don't know, you're utility company or your car insurance company or some company, right? You call them up and you say, this is my problem, or this is what I want to do. And they say, oh, well, we need to send you to a different department. And they put you on hold and they transfer you. And then you wait for like 20 minutes. You listen to their elevator music. And then someone picks up the phone and you explain your problem to them and what you want to do. And they say, oh no, you need to talk to the other person. And you say, I just talked to that person. They sent me over to you. And you have to explain your whole thing again. And they say, oh, well, we can't help you. You have to go to the company or the branch. Let's say it's a bank. You have to go into the branch to do this. You can't do it over the phone. Great. Why didn't you just tell me that at the beginning? Now I have to go into the bank and do my stuff. And that's an example of bureaucracy. If it's just a slow process, it's a really frustrating process, right? So anyway, but when we talk about meritocracy, we're talking about a system where people, like a system that really values merit over, let's say, social status or skin color or gender or whatever. And so so I like the idea of a meritocracy. I think people should have equal opportunity. Now that's different from equal outcome. Equal outcome means everybody gets the same outcome. That's like in communism, right? It doesn't matter how hard you work, everybody gets the same amount of pay. I don't like that at all. That's dumb. I remember when I was in Cuba. I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And I was on the beach in Cuba. Now Cuba is a communist country, right? Where everybody gets the same amount of money. And it doesn't matter how hard you work. All your money goes to the government. And then the government gives you a little bit of money back. Well, there was a guy in front of my hotel where I was staying. And he was selling cigars secretly. And he approached us. I was there with a few other people. This guy approached us and was trying to secretly sell us cigars for $20 US. So I bought a box. We bought a box of cigars from him for $20 US. Very nice cigars. Smoked a few. And but the guy took them. I mean, it was his money. But he had to do it really secretly because the government, it's illegal. In Cuba, it's illegal to make money. Right? So it's a dumb system. Communism, I hate the idea of communism. But what was I going to say about the equal opportunity and equal outcome? Okay, I believe in equal opportunity. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be equal. For example, if you go to if you go to college to study how to be a plumber, school bus, guys, it's windy and cold. Where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going, guys. I'm just walking around aimlessly teaching you some English. Give me a hug, guys. I'm freezing my hands off here. You need to give me a hug or buy me a cup of tea or hot cup of hot chocolate or something. So anyway, so like if you go to school here in Canada and probably in your country to become a plumber or an electrician, any kind of construction job. I mean, let's say you want to build a house or a mechanic, fix a truck or fix a car or something like that. If you go to school for that type of work, probably most of the people in your class will be men. There are not a lot of women who apply to be plumbers or electricians or that type of thing. Whereas if you go to school to become a teacher or a nurse or something, that industry, those fields might be the other way, or maybe, you know, maybe it's mostly women that are, you know, that are in your class. Nursing is a very like a female dominated industry, right? I'm probably in most countries. Here in Canada, I don't know, I have no idea. I would say it's at least 90%, probably. What do you think it is in your country? What percentage of the nurses are female? I mean, a nurse can be a male. There are male nurses, and they're in very high demand. Because, you know, I remember in my high school class, I don't think any man ever showed any interest in those fields, like nursing, for example, or teaching. I'm trying to think, but some women wanted to become nurses, right, or teachers or something. So guys, looks like there's a lot of people up here. I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing over there? Just gonna cross the street here. Okay, that guy's turning. All right, guys, gonna cross the street. Try not to get run over by a car. So equal opportunity is good. Equal outcome is not good when a country tries to force everything to be equal. You know, like, look, there are inequalities in this world. That's just part of this world, right? I had a friend who was a server at a restaurant, and he said in the whole industry, women make far more tips than men. So if you're a bartender or you're a server or something like that, you work in a bar or a restaurant or anything, women make much more money in those industries, right? Or if you're in the fashion industry, maybe you're like a model. I'm sure female models get paid way more than male models. I'm not sure, I've never been in that industry, right? So it's nice to you know, have a, what's in there? Someone's backyard, I guess. Should have walked the other way, guys. Now I'm walking to a busy road here. But anyway, let's just keep walking and talking. I was gonna say that yeah, I prefer to live in a place with at least if it has equal opportunity. There's a dog behind this fence. Sorry guys, it's a bit noisy. Hope you can still hear me. So in your job that you have now, do you have a job? Did you get the job because of your merit? Did you get it because of merit or because of some other factor? Be honest, tell me honestly. You know, for me, so I started my YouTube channel a number of years ago, and it's just been merit. You know, I've worked hard. I haven't paid anybody to be my subscriber. I mean, you guys choose to watch my videos because, I don't know, maybe you learn some English, right? Hopefully you teach something, and that you learn something, which means that I have the ability to teach you, and you like teaching. You like me teaching you for some reason, right? I mean, you don't come here to see my face. Or maybe you do. Do you come here just to see my face? I don't think so. I think you come here because you want to learn English, right? But let me know. Maybe some of you guys just like seeing my face every day. That's nice. So maybe maybe my YouTube channel is not successful because I am a good teacher. Maybe you guys just like seeing my face. I don't know, guys. Let me know why you watch my videos. So, I mean, it's nice to feel like you're competent, like you're good at something, and you can get paid for that, right? Like, nobody wants to be hired based on their skin color. And that happens a lot in the world. Or nobody wants to be hired based on their gender or based on their... I know there's some industry, some professions where, you know, this world is a complicated place, guys. It's a complex place. So, you know, I don't have all the answers. I just try to teach you some words. That's my job in life. So I won't try to solve all the problems in the world, different governments and all that stuff. I just want to teach you the word meritocracy. Okay, so that idea is that it's a system where people get rewarded for their ability to do something, right? So generally, I think it's a nice idea. How about you? Do you generally agree with the idea of a meritocracy? Let me know down in the comments. Anyway, guys, from here in windy, rainy Alberta, I guess I'll just say I love you so much, as always. And thank you for always watching my videos, guys. This is kind of a longer video. Sometimes I just like to walk and talk, make these longer videos. So thank you for watching, and as always, hope you're staying safe, healthy, happy, and everything today. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments. And that's it. So, as always, I'll see you guys over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.